Namaskaram, Vanakkam and a warm welcome to Sunday Sadhana, your favorite Hindu magazine program on SABC2. We promise a heartwarming show that delves deep into the oneness of our human spirit as Sunday Sadhana captures the essence of love in action with the 25th anniversary of the Forget Me Not Sportsclub in Chatsworth. Then journeys into the heart of rural Ambo near Amkumas for an exceptional Seva Project. And we end with a focus on exam fever at the UKZN Westville Hindu Centre. The Forget Me Not Sportsclub for the Disabled celebrated its 25th anniversary with a public fun walk through Chatsworth recently, uniting so many different segments of society through the feeling of Vasudeva Kutumbakum. The club's vision of encouraging people with different abilities to transcend limitations and break barriers was hugely successful as participants completed the event through perseverance, purpose, and pure camaraderie.
Today was an event to commemorate our club's 25th anniversary. The Forget Me Not Sportsclub for the Disabled was started in 1987 to promote sports, recreational and social activities for people who had physical disabilities.
It was a very emotionally charged kind of event for me. This reminiscing and recalling the early days and the struggle that people with disabilities, particularly here in Chatsworth, were faced with in terms of integrating and having access to resources, and particularly in terms of sport.
In 1987, people with disabilities were rarely seen in the public. You never saw them in workplace or in any economically productive activity or in the public. And we felt that the people with disabilities were actually shunned, and they were people that were actually kept in closets at home. So the name was Forget Me Not, was not to forget people with disabilities, because they are human beings who also have experienced the same emotions, same challenges like anyone else. So it was a call for equal treatment. It was a call for people to be treated with dignity.
One of the motives that we always strive for is inclusion. We want to be part of the community, and all we say is give us an opportunity, create equal access so that we can participate in those events equally.
In 1986, I met with a very serious motor accident which left me as a paraplegic. The first few months I grappled with my new identity. I struggled with a sense of loss, and I always thought that I was a person with an active, able mind but trapped in a disobedient body. And together with a group of a few young active men, we decided to start a club for the disabled to address some of the challenges that we faced.
Way back when I was about 14 years old, in 1973, I lost my sight through infection of measles. I was at high school at that stage. It was very traumatic for me because my nephew was younger than me, was also affected by measles, and both of us lost our sight overnight.
In 1987, I was very fortunate to visit Bhagavan Sri Satya Sai Baba at Prashanti Nilayam in December, and having a very close spiritual encounter with him helped me to understand that in spite of the challenges that I faced, I could yet transcend them and become an instrument in his hands to serve society. So it was the spirit of service that he instilled in me, and the courage and grace that he showered upon me, that has helped me to cope with many of my life's challenges, to the point that I now look at these challenges as opportunities to serve others and to bring smiles on people's faces.
I come from a very devout Hindu family, and it wasn't easy to accept not having sight. But I think much later in life, I realized that there was a purpose in life. And the fact that I lost my sight wasn't the end of the world. And that I had a responsibility to myself, to my family, and to my community, because there's still a lot of things I can do without sight.
It's instilled me with so much of spiritual maturity and wisdom to look beyond people's appearances or their character or personalities, to look beyond their material possessions, to see the Spirit of God in everyone and to identify with that love energy that's present in all of us.
This time of year is fondly remembered by thousands of Sai devotees who celebrate the birth anniversary of Bhagwan Sri Satya Sai Baba. Sunday Sadhana recently joined the Satya Sai Seva organization at their village upliftment program deep in the heart of KZN's Ubud district, where newly built ablution facilities were handed over to the community school.
And when we got here many years ago, there was actually no signals, even signals for our cell phones. We couldn't even use our cell phones. That's how remote this place was. But over the years it's developed. We visited 14 other schools in the area, and every school has two major problems. There's no proper ablution facilities and no water to the schools. All the kids drink water from JoJo tanks. That water runs from asbestos roofs into these JoJo tanks, and that's the water that all the kids in all the schools drink from. And this is the only school that we've engaged with the Ugi municipality to provide the piping to the school, and therefore this is the only school around the area that has drinking water from a tap. We've adopted this school, Litanjani Primary. When we got here, this school was in quite a state. The first project that we undertook here was steps for the safety of the learners. Devotees found it was really pleasing to be in this surroundings, so we decided to stay on a weekend at the school, sleep at the school in the classrooms. Today we were handing over the ablution blocks that we've started in July last year, where devotees come from far and wide, as far as Pietermaritzburg as well, Midlands, come to assist volunteers. And today we were doing a handing over of that ablution facilities. We've got a qualified builder in our team, and he guides us through the process. But everything that's done in this block and the toilets was done by the hands of Sai soldiers. Swami also says that go out and serve where no hands have served before, and that's the reason why we've entered this community.
Swami's teachings is love all, serve all, help ever, hate never. And we try our level best to uphold the name of our beloved Bhagavan by taking on projects that can help the less fortunate communities in our country.
And he guides us through every project that we've been through.
In the area, it's the first time they have this kind of toilets. I'm feeling very happy today. Although I don't understand your religion completely, but now I have a picture of what's really happening. They are very helpful. We didn't even pay a cent. They just came, they bring love to this community.
Now that this project is completed, it really makes us feel good that Swami has used us as his divine instruments to get such a mammoth task completed.
What a powerful display of our resolve to do good. In fact, Satya Sai Baba did say that love must express itself as service. We end with the Mahayajna performed by the UKZN Westville Hindu Students Association to invoke divine blessings during examinations. Sunday Sadhana wishes all students well over this period. Until next week, keep up the sadhana and namaste.
Our weekly satsangs that we have and our programs that we have every week, it really helps the students to balance their life. It gives them kind of a balance in life with regards to their studies as well as the spiritual basis as well.
We try to create an environment that encourages everyone to join in prayer and to join in our weekly satsangs and all of our functions that have been held here at our temple.
With this Mahayajna, we try to cleanse and to calm everyone's minds and give them a peace of mind that their surroundings are all positive around them, not anything negative.
The Mahayajna has two basic concepts. Yajna means to worship and Maha means sacrifice. So basically it is an offering or sacrifice or worship to God.
With so much anxiety around them that they need something to connect them to the spiritual realm of life.
It invokes positive energy and it creates a clear mind which allows students to think positively.
This is the most stressful time in a student's life. This is the perfect time to host a Mahayajna. They can find their way towards God.